For a year and a half, we've followed families of children with severe epilepsy as they fight for the right to use medical marijuana when they're in the hospital. But there is another battle brewing over giving students who also have epilepsy access to a life-saving drug that is legal.
Diastat is a medication used to stop violent seizures from becoming fatal. Because it is a powerful narcotic, the drug is often kept in school nurses' offices. And because it's locked away, some parents worry their kids won't get the drug in time when they need it. Newsreader's Vivian Lee is following this story for us.
Well, Cindy and Caroline, when a child has what's called a grand mal seizure, experts say the response time is critical. There is a 3-minute window to give that child Diastat before they suffer from potential brain damage or even death. But parents say there is no comprehensive state policy when it comes to providing emergency care in schools, and that's putting their kids at risk. 13-year-old Anna Tinsley has epilepsy. Her father, Nathan, is one of our engineers here at News Center. Her neurologist prescribed Diastat for her, and the doctor said she should have the rescue medication with her at all times. Now, Diastat is a rectal gel that comes in a pre-measured syringe containing a prescribed dose. 2 different schools in RSU 14 allowed an ed tech and a teacher from her classroom to be trained on how to administer the medication. But when Anna started middle school this fall, the school nurse informed her parents that because it is a controlled substance, Diastat had to be locked away in the school nurse's office. When the nurse leaves the building, though, someone is designated to administer it to her. But her parents believe Diastat should be treated the same way as an EpiPen, used for allergic reactions, available at all times for students in school. That's why they're supporting a bill modeled after a law in California that will allow school nurses in Maine to delegate trained non-medical staff to give emergency rescue medications to a student.
All we're asking is that our child have the same access to that rescue medication. You know, that's what we want. We want her to be able to have that right with her. You know, I mean, the need is the same. It's life-saving.
If you're in a situation, I use a school field trip as a prime example, and the nurse is not there, you have a child going through a seizure, why can't you help? I mean, the question we should be asking in those situations is not, do I need to go through this regulatory checklist before I save someone's life? The question should be, how can I save that person's life?
Now, Representative Jeanette is the bill's sponsor. A Department of Education spokeswoman tells me there is no state policy or law when it comes to administering Diastat in schools. She says those decisions specifically are left up to individual local school districts. And we talked to one mom whose daughter attends school in Saco where her ed tech is allowed to give it to her. So there's different policies across the state. The bill will be considered by the legislators like the state legislative council, got to get that out tomorrow, and that's very key because they will have the power to vote that bill on to the legislative session, and we'll have a full report coming up on Thursday of next week, much more comprehensive.